Right, hello again. Am I working now? Let's see. I don't want to look at that. I want to see if I can get back on live. Turn that off. Right. Yay! It's the right way round. Hello again. I'm really sorry about this. Welcome to Tricia's Cards and Crafts for the third time. And tonight I'm doing my first Friday night live, and it's going to be our Fancy Fold on Friday spot. This week I've made a video on Monday to explain all the products that I'll be using this week, and then I've also made another one on Wednesday showing you how I made one of the cards, the simple stamping card. Oops, which was one of these, and I thought I would come on Friday night. Now here's the inside of the card, and I'm going to do a live on a Friday night, and I will show you how I make this card here tonight. I'm not quite sure. There we go. What's happening? Here we go. Right, so you can see this card. This is the card that we're going to make. It's called a faux stepper card. So it has got a stepper on it, but it's not the normal type of stepper cards because they are usually cut and folded differently. So this one's a cheaty version of it because this one has a separate piece, which is the stepper part of it. Okay, so you can see that. So we've got a step, but it's not, the rest of it has added to it. Okay, and I've also stamped inside. I haven't done the envelope on this one, but I will do the envelope for the card that we're making tonight. If you've got any questions, please comment. If you're not watching it now and you're watching it on catch when it's not live anymore, then I will also try and answer any questions you might have. Okay, so if you put any comments below, you're welcome to, and I will try and get back to you as soon as I can. I saw this card, or a similar card, not this one obviously, being made by Susan Campfield, SueStampfield.com, and she's does lots of fancy folds, and I thought it would be nice to make a fancy fold like this with these papers. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight. So for all the pieces of paper you need, we start off with this one. This is the Mossy Meadow, and it's just a piece of A4 card, and it's cut in half lengthways. And then there's another piece, again cut, just this one's 2 3/8 of an inch, and it's again cut the whole length of the sheet of card. Then we've got another piece of red card. This is the Cherry Cobbler, and this is 4 inches square. This piece of card is 3 3/4 inches square, and that's what we're going to cut the circles from with these. And these are the deckled circle dies. Now if you haven't got them, you could use other circle dies, or you can just cut circles out or punch them out if you've got big enough punches. The only reason I'm using this size is because I want to be able to fit the stamp, and it needs to be quite a big circle to be able to put the stamp on. But if you're using different size fonts and different things, different stamp, it will be smaller, so you won't need such a big circle, and it doesn't matter, you don't need to have that size circle. It's just I thought I would like to use that one on here, so that's why I'm using those two deckled. So these are around about, the dies are around about 3 It's just over 3 3/4 and just over or just under 3.5, I think it is, or just under 3 3/4. Anyway, they'll fit on those pieces of card anyway. I've also got a piece of white card to go inside, and this one is 4 5/8 by 3 7/8. And then we've got some DSP, and this is the lovely Shining Christmas DSP, and these are the holly ones, which have got the dots or snow on the back of them. Okay, so I've also got two smaller pieces and this piece. This piece is 5 5/8 by 2 inches, and these two are 3/4 of an inch wide by 3 5/8 inch. Okay, so we'll get to boards. We'll put all of this. Should we do the stamping first? No, we'll do the scoring, because I'm going to use my trimmer to score, but if you've got a scoreboard, you can use a scoreboard, or if you haven't got either, you can use a ruler and a pencil, or do it that way, and then score it with a stylus or whatever you've got to be able to score with. One of these will do. Okay, here we go. So this one, we're going to score it at 1 inch, and then do it at 2 inches. I'm just turning it around so that I got it. There we go, 2 inches, and then at I'm going to score this at 4 7/8. So if I want this, there, do it this way. That would be easy, wouldn't it? So 4 7/8. No, it shouldn't be. Is it 4? Yes, it is 4 7/8. I hope. Yeah, that looks about right. Yay, it is. Right, so, and then we're just going to score this one in half, which would be about 5 7/8. Okay. Put that one to one side a second. And then I'm going to use my bone folder. And we're going to fold this so that the bottom score line is there. So it might not be exactly. So that should be, oops, it's not quite straight. Here we go. Get that straight. And then we're going to fold that on that line. Score that there. And bring that down. And score that there. Okay, so it stands up like that. Okay, hopefully you can see that. Okay. Okay, right. So now we're going to stick these two pieces on the sides here, but they're going to come to where the fold is. Okay, so we don't need to put it all the way down to the bottom, so just cut those to there. So we'll I'm just going to use my bone folder on the edges just to make sure they're nice and flat, because when they were cut on my trimmer, it sometimes leaves a bit of an edge to it. Okay, so we're going to stick these on, and you can use whatever glue you like, but I'm going to try, hopefully use this stamping seal, but I'm coming towards the end of it, so if it does run out, it's fine. It's not a problem, we'll do it. We'll use something else. So that one down there, and this one on this side, and down to there. And now we can stick this piece on here. So fold that over, and that's going to go in the middle of those two pieces there. Okay, so first of all, I'll put some Stampin' Seal here. Make sure it's going to stick nicely. And this, I want to make sure I get it in the right position. Pop that down. There we go. And have a little bit so that you can see a little bit of the green either side. And that one is going to stick there. And we're going to turn it over. We're going to put some Stampin' Seal. Oops, well we can, if we can get it out. On this part at the back. I'm just going to fold that, hold it down flat, and just fold that over so that it goes down there. Okay, so now it's going to stand up, and you've got your step part of it. Now we're going to stick this piece on the front. So we've got a small, it's big enough so that it's the size so that it's got a small border around the outside. Okay. And again, I'm going to use some, if I can get it out, use some steel. There we go. A little bit along the edges. There we go. And here we go. Yeah, so that's the card just about made. We've got, before we can put the inside part in, I think it'd be better to stamp it first. When you're doing this, it won't actually fold flat because of the stepper part of it, but you can still open it out and then it'll still go back together. So it might also, if you're careful, you've got to be, let's get this. And we can find that will stand up quite well there. Okay, right, so now we're going to do our, I think I might cut them out first, and then we will do the stamping afterwards. So I'm going to use, when I'm doing my die cutting, I like to try and hold my dies in place. And I mean, you can use anything. Some people use post-it notes. This is post-it labeling and cover-up tape. So it's just the right amount of sticky. So it's not too sticky, and it also holds it enough. It doesn't take any of the surface of the paper up either, so it's really good as far as I'm concerned. I did manage to find, oops, if I can get to it, some of this. I got these in, I think it was Lidl's. It might have been Lidl's or it might have been Aldi's, but it wasn't recently. It was about 1 or 2 years ago. But this is great. This is, again, it's a bit like a post-it note. It's not very sticky, but it's sticky enough to be able to hold something in place while you die cut it. Okay, so now I'll just get my, I'm going to use my my electric die cutting machine, just because it's a bit quicker, and so it won't take very long then, hopefully, to do it. So I'll be as quick as I can. I just put these through the die cutting machine. Here we are. Okay, there we go. Here we go. Right, so We've got our 2 pieces die cut now. Oops. There, right. So just take this off. And as you can see, it just comes off really nice and easily. And so there's my one circle. And there's the other one. Okay. Away. Right, so now we're going to do some stamping. This is the piece that's going to go inside, so we're going to use this, and we also want to do the envelope as well. So, ooh. Get that off afterwards. Right, so going to use some, I've got a small stamping spot with Mossy Meadow on. I can't find my large pad with it, so it doesn't make any difference because it'll still stamp the same. So we're going to ink this up first. This is for the circle. Make sure there's plenty on there. Oops. That way. So we're going to put this in the middle here. There we go. Give you time to set in. And then we're going to use the holly sprig here. So I'm going to use again my Stampin' Right marker with the Mossy Meadow one. So I'm going to just ink this one bit of it up the stamp. Oops, I don't want that bit. Let me just, there we go, I've got a little piece of, let me just take that off there. There we are. So let's try again, just get that bit done. There we are. Don't want to go any further than that. And then I'm going to turn this, I'm going to put this on the top here. There we go. And I'm then going to do it again and put it on the envelope. And I'm going to put it this way around this time. There we go. And now I'm going to stamp the whole of it, ink the whole of the stamp up. Oh, here we go. I'm not sure if anybody's out there viewing. I can't see anything on my screen to tell me that. Here we go. And then I'm going to put this on my cut bit. It's going to go, there's a card in the centre. I'll put that there. So I've got my nice sentiment there. There we go. And now I'm going to use my Mossy Meadow and Cherry Cobbler markers, and I use the small end of marker for the berries. I'm just going to colour those in on each of the images, just so that it's have them all done. They're all the same. 2, 3, so they're all done. And then I'll just colour the leaves in with my Mossy Meadow marker. Sorry, I can't seem to talk and colour at the same time. I think it's nice to be able to do, if you do something on the inside of the card and do the envelopes as well. It just makes them a little bit more special. I think people appreciate it, the people you give them to. Okay, and then this one. There we go. If you are out there, if you want to write any comments, I think I might be able to see comments if you're there. Just say hello. That would be nice. So there we go. So they're all done. All the inking's done. All the stamping's done. So now we can finish the card off. So we've got this. So we can put this card on the inside here. There's just enough room for a small border around the sides. So I'll try using coming to the end of this. I'm not sure. Oh, there is still some there. It's not always easy to see. Hello, Anna. Hi. There's somebody there. Thank you for joining me. Oops. Oh, I think I've just about reached the end of that. So that one will go in here like that. And I'll put this on here now. Right, I'll use my Stampin' Seal Plus for this one because I know I've got some glue on this one. So that is going to go onto here. It's got a nice border of red around the outside. And that will go on here, but I'm going to use dimensionals for this one. But obviously I don't want it on the sides. I'm just going to put some dimensionals in the centre part of it. Otherwise it'll be over and it'll stick to the sides, and we don't want that to happen. So here we go. Just take these off. And hopefully I've got the right way. Yay! I don't know. And now we're going to put this on the front here. The last little bit to do is to add some decoration to it as well, some further decorations. Now I've got these rhinestone basic jewels, not basic jewels, and they are obviously clear. So what I did before I came out was to colour them in with the cherry cobbler, this one here, the Stampin' Blends. Because they are alcohol ink, they do dry quite quickly, but rather than make sure they would be dry in time, I did them in advance. They colour them in and it stays on the dimensionals because it's alcohol ink. So we'll put some of these on a card. Put one here. One there. And one. Doesn't want to come up. One up here. There we go. So it's not in the same place as the other one, but it can be. You can do whatever you like. So there's the other card that I've made. There's not a lot to it. They're quite simple, but it's quite straightforward to make. But they look quite effective. Here's my envelope with my holly leaf on, and they will, because it's it started off as a half of an A4 piece of card, it will fit in a C6 envelope as well. There we go, I've made it. If you're interested in buying any of the products that I've made, you can find them in my online shop, and you'll find the link to that in my about info. But if you've got your own papers and things that you'd like to use, you can, because you can use this with anything. So it's just to show you how to do the actual fold itself. Thank you very much for joining me. If you do have any questions, just let me know, and I will hopefully be able to help you with any questions you might have. And hopefully you can join me again next week, and I'll do another fancy fold next week. I've already planned what I'm going to do, so hopefully you'll enjoy that. I've recorded a video already for Sunday, and so there will be another video coming up on Sunday. The card I'll be making on Sunday is one of these. So if you want to see that, you'll be able to find out how I made that. So it's another fancy fold, really, but this one's a fun one as well. So if you want to know how I made this one, you can have a look on my video on Sunday. So it'll be not a live one, this one will be on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, and again I think the link for that will be in my about info as well. So hopefully, because I'm going to be busy this weekend, I thought I'd make sure I did my video in advance. So hopefully if you've got any comments about that one, you can put them on the comments on my YouTube channel, and I'll get back to you there as well. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you again soon. Thank you. Good night.